And welcome to Planet 412. Hello, everybody. It is so nice to see you tonight. Everybody who is in the chat, I see Mr. InBetween. I just saw you not too long ago. Thanks for being here, brother. Hey, Kel, nice to see you here. David, we were just talking about you, brother. Thanks for being here, my man. It's good to see you. And let's see who else is here. The best thing for me to do is to pull out the phone. It's the best. El Martino, how you doing? Uh, Carol Ann, I think, is coming. I don't see her yet, but Mr. InBetween's here. Hey, Josie. Um, Carol, Tawny, Amber Young, Chris Connell, Ron Meeg. I hope I said that correctly. Let's see who else. I don't want to miss anybody. Clyde Mobley. Okay, I think I got everybody for now. So I just came over from the InBetween, and it was a blast seeing Carol Ann and Mr. InBetween and being over there with her people. I hope that they all come over here. We are going to tonight, talk about and watch a little bit about the Hellier. I don't really think it's a a documentary. It's like a docu series. But those of you that are not, okay, Chris, no problem, brother. It was something like I had told everybody over there. If you haven't heard me talk about it before, before I started, what am I doing? I got my man in the green room. Jeez, oh man, see. I had to fly to get over here. Tazariah, how are you doing, sir? Welcome back.
Dude, I'm always better when I get to be around you, my brother. Always better when I get to be around you.
I am so happy to see you here, man. I've missed you. The people have missed you of the 412. We are on it, man.
Well, I
How have
took
you been?
a sabbatical.
Happy birthday, by the way. Everybody, Monday was his birthday.
Yeah, I had to go party for a while. I had a full-on weekend partying of just adventures and surrounded by lots and lots of friends and loved ones, and we just decided to uncork one and just get crazy for the weekend, and it was a good time. So
Nothing
uh,
wrong
getting
with
that
that.
way and not being around, but man, good time was had by all. We're still recovering.
Well, again, happy birthday. It's always a pleasure, to see you, but now it's like extra special. So,
Yeah, well, I'm old now.
well, yeah, you look good, brother. Don't worry about it. You can fake them all out. It's I have to get rid of the white, so the gray. It's grayish white. I try. I was gonna shave before. I had stuff to do, man. I told you about when we were in the green room what I was doing. No concern about anything else but that and the family. So
That's
um,
right, brother. Family first.
absolutely. So guys, like I was saying, and Taz, I assume
Oh, thanks
you,
for
you
all the birthday wishes in the.
yeah, absolutely,
That's
man.
great. I
Everybody's throwing
appreciate
them.
that in the chat. Y'all are so good to me. Why would I not come here? I get to hang out with my brother Matt. I get to see cool videos. Get to talk about cool stuff, and I get to be a part of this awesome community. Uh,
It really is. I cannot complain. We are just very happy with this space. I made a point to always let people know when I started this channel, this is a safe haven. Every once in a while somebody sneaks in and they pretend to be nice, and then but we find them and it's really sad actually, and we're not going to give them any time and talk about them, but it's really pathetic that's what your life is. You got to come in and be ignorant to good people. But that's the thing, man, that's 99.9% of the time. Everybody is cool with each other. Everybody's, nobody will ever be judged. Nobody will ever be made fun of. Nobody, if you are, those people are gone.
that's right.
So, I'm
That's
very
right.
happy that for the most part, what I set out to do with at least the channel in this aspect has happened so far.
Right.
So
It's great.
yeah,
It's great. It's a very safe place. We all try to laugh and learn and grow and think and consider the world around us.
absolutely. And as I was saying before I brought you in, you know, those of you that aren't familiar with what Hellier is, if you go to Prime, or as I just learned on Carol Ann's show, um, YouTube supposedly has it for free.
That's
Which,
what I thought, Matt. It's
yeah. So
it's long. There's 2 seasons, and every episode of both seasons on YouTube.
so obviously I can't play it because they'll turn me off because it's copyrighted. We've learned about that, but I'm sure they have clips on here, and I'll try and find them for you guys. And hey, Willowcraft Farm. Okay, let me put you up here, brother. Willowcraft Farm. So, yeah, there you are. Oh, dog lover, definitely welcome even more. My first time on this channel is a live stream. Looking forward to spending the day tomorrow catching up on what I've been missing. And live stream isn't all you get here, brother. Now, I've been doing a lot of them lately. And my normal things is storytelling, narrations, and other things, and they're coming back. I got Taz. I got some emails from a little chipped of they're still here. They're like, Matt, you got to go back to your story time. I'm not here for the live streams. Either you do, or I'm sorry, I'm going to have to go. And I got a few of them. So I talked to Stacy. I'm like, hey, I know I said I'm going to get back to it. The live streams are not going anywhere, but man, I'm so glad that they're, in fact, today we released a members only video that will be released to everybody else tomorrow. It is also a new format. It is called Date Night, and when Stacy's not there, we review videos, movies. We reviewed the new Wolfman movie, and dude, it is freaking hilarious. Her reactions, and then of course, I'm laughing most of the time, or just like, oh, what, very graphic. I'm going to tell you what. So you remember The Fly with Jeff Goldblum, one of the most graphic movies of all time. This is on par. This is right there. I would say The Fly's a little higher, but man, this sucker's right on its tail. You guys, if you want to see it tonight, join the members, and you guys will get to see our date night when it's just me and somebody else, say you or someone else. It's going to be Planet 412 drive-in. So it was awesome. I think it's going to do well. It's really cool. Carol just became a member, so you get to see it tonight. Carol, welcome. So as I was saying, I just want to say real quick, we have this incredible experience that we're all going to be going to, and it's in Helier, Kentucky. And like I was saying, if you guys aren't sure about it, check out the docu series. And I watched the first episode, and I was hooked. And I was like, wow, okay, man, this is this is like a lot. Like there was one after another thing that kept happening, and then I saw the footprint with the uh with the dermal ridges, and I was like, oh, that's on, man. This is on. And like Carol Ann said in her live stream, and David is here. I hit David up, and we already planned on going spots. And I'm like, dude, we're going. We got to hit it. And we hit Carol Ann, and Mr. InBetween was down, and we had BJ, and of course she was down, and then we found out about you, and I'm so stoked and happy that you were. She's like, hey, so this is our friend. He's family. His name's Taz. But oh my God, are you kidding me? That's his resume. She said, do you mind? Would you be upset? I said, are you kidding me? Hell, dude, let's go. Let's roll. The best part of it is man, he's already a very good friend of mine, and I'm just beyond happy that you and I met, man. So we're gonna get on to it, guys. I'm gonna real quick look for a just clip things of Hellier. Hopefully it's there. Um, if it's not, we're just going to jump into what we always do here. Let's see what pops up.
So yeah, while he's looking, the thing that's interesting about Hellier is it isn't just the things that this particular team discovered in Hellier. It was also very fascinating how they found out about it, and it was almost accidental and macabre in its own right of how they even got, I'll use the word, lured into Hellier.
Yep.
And that's what makes, one of the things that makes the whole Hellier thing so unique and unusual. It's like people had emailed the team and they were going back and forth via email, and the team wasn't even sure if it was real or not, and the stories were kind of true but they couldn't confirm it, and then they were able to confirm more and more, and then about the time they were convinced it was all real mashed potatoes, so to speak, then the people who were inviting them just poof up and disappeared. So they're like, okay, something's going on crazy down there. So
Well,
we're gonna go. And
ironically, I didn't mean to cut you off.
go ahead.
The first short that popped up, it says the email. So
Yeah.
we'll be able to show them that. So, and by the way, brother man, I love the way you took over when I started looking at you, my man.
You're back, baby. I know how to take team.
You are awesome. All right, guys, here we go.
In all of this, I'm not a part of the Helier team. Here's the weird part for me in all of this. I'm not a part of the Helier team. I do not speak with Greg and Dana Newkirk. I mean, a couple of us follow each other, but that's about it.
Right.
Okay. I haven't spoken to them in 5-6 years, if not longer. And now, all of a sudden, out of the blue, this Terry R. wrist thing hits my email.
Right.
And I don't really understand what this has to do with me, let alone anybody else.
Okay,
Here's
not very
the weird part
descriptive.
for me in
So
all of this.
we'll get one that is real quick. My apologies. It looked more descriptive than it was. So we got Helier clips here. Let's hit the shorts, because we're not going to get in trouble for the shorts. Let's see. Let's see. I want something to pop up. Helier, what does this mean? Well, this could be interesting.
That screwed me up, because I had just seen this in my dream state. Just seen it 10 days previous. Yeah, that sounds a little too coincidental, but it's my job to tell you the truth of what's happened.
Come on, dude.
So why this is coming to me now, the last Helier series came down in, I believe, 2020. They released it.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do here. He's doing his own thing. So I saw the Helier trailer, and that's what I'm going to play right now.
So I'm going to try my hardest to keep the narrative accurate, because there's so much weird stuff that's involved in this. It was 2012. I was living in Canada. I went to check the email address, and there was an email in it from this guy who called himself David Christie. The email was about how these little creatures on this man's property in rural Kentucky were coming out of mine shafts and terrorizing his family.
So my initial response to all of it was, I was suspicious. For me, the first time that I actually stopped and went like, okay, this is legitimately strange, was when we got the pictures.
I was like, I'm in, we're going, this is crazy, and never heard from him again. This place was totally dead. Tiny town. There's no cell phone service there. Middle of nowhere. Clearly it was like an old mining town. they had really one store, and it was the gas station, the grocery store, and the pizza restaurant.
I'm gonna go ask about the goblins.
It was not even half an hour, and there were like a dozen, 2 dozen people that had showed up. Everybody had some kind of story.
For me, I've often thought that it was kind of egging us on to like you need to go back. You have to go back and start asking questions.
We're going out to Kentucky, and we're gonna do our best to try to figure out what was going on.
My initial mindset was that somebody was leading us on, and we were going to go out there and get to the bottom of it. I expected it to get pretty weird, but not quite as weird as it was.
Something happened in Helier. Something happened around Helier. All I know is it's bigger than goblins. It's bigger than us.
That was beautiful. I mean, that explained everything in a short way for us, what we were talking about there. And I'm very happy with the, I guess always go to the trailer first.
Right.
So, it's extremely interesting to me how all of that came together. That and they said, why us? Oh, by the way, I am going to say this. Nobody knew who this David Christie was. No, everybody knew it was like kind of a pen name. He was supposedly a doctor who lived in a home that was being, accosted nightly by these goblins, and it was absolutely, positively connected to, what happened in. I always forget the name of it.
Pikeville.
I'm sorry.
You talking about Pikeville?
No, in 1950s. BJ, help me out, girl. I always forget the name of it. I don't know why. It's one of those things that just doesn't connect there. I don't know why. I forget. It's Hopkinsville. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, pop it in our heads eventually.
So, guys, if you're not familiar, and I'll play something here about it, and I'll do it while we're sitting here. But Hopkinsville, there was a farmhouse there where a large family, like, I don't know, 12 people were there one night. As a small place, no plumbing, no electricity. They only had like a one of those pumps outside, the old water things. I remember my park had that when I was a kid. And the one guy goes outside to get water. Guess what? He was hot. I don't know how he'd be warm. And he's drinking the water, and he sees a UFO fly over this place. Goes inside, tells everybody. Nobody believes him. Well, within 20, 30 minutes, they start noticing something glowing along the wood line. And they start going, and they watch, and little goblins, alien things, come out of the woodline and start doing exactly what this David Christie was supposedly happening. And, the poor guy, the one that really got me is when they said that they took his dog. Oh, man, I'm going after my dog, boy. Ain't no way. First of all, why was his dog outside when these things are out there? I don't get that one. So, what happened, guys, in Hopkinsville was basically the same thing that was going on there. The look of these creatures was basically identical, and they had a little girl that they had roll up when they were basically setting up to go home in Helier. Little girl comes up to them and says, "What are you guys doing?" And somebody just mentions to her, what they're doing. She said, "Oh, I know about them." And it was the one guy that was just on the trailer, the head one. I think his name's Greg, maybe. And he talks to her and finds out that she sees these things too regularly. And he got a piece of paper, and obviously not great, as good as a kid can draw, but for all intents and purposes, what they saw in Hopkinsville. So she's seeing the same kind of ear thing, and they're wondering, are these things wearing something on them? Something that maybe goggles, because some people drew kind of a weird kind of thing, or is it just what's on them? what they grew, as whatever they are. It seems that they're aliens from what everything that has been explained. What's also very interesting about this place, guys, is I don't know if you remember, Taz, the year that the UFO was hanging out over Helier, BJ. If you could throw that in there.
Yeah, Carol Ann might even know off the top of her head. I think she's in here too. But I want to say it was
In the 80s, maybe.
Yeah, I mean they got video of it.
Right. They
This is
actually
the
had
modern
guys.
where this very large rectangular UFO hung over the area for a good couple hours.
They said 3 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2-3 hours, and then and everybody saw it. And everybody
The
got
news filmed it.
Yeah, and then it just up and left. And so another thing that's really interesting about this is that from Hopkinsville and down into Helier and whatnot, and you'll learn this if you watch the entire Helier series. All those caves are connected, and so if there's these little goblins, aliens down there, it'd be very easy for them to pop in and out and get out and gather information or steal kids' toys or mess with the pets or scratch on the windows or do any of these things and then scoot right back down again and
Right.
try to interact with people and then hide. So, we're not talking about, I've talked to your channel, Matt, I've had some weird experiences with the Chupacabra and some different things and ghosts and whatnot. You obviously with Dogman. To me, this doesn't feel like that.
No.
Bigfoot stuff. This feels pure alien UFO from
Right.
all reports and all indications at this point. Now, that doesn't mean that there isn't those other things there.
Correct.
I think that if you just theorize, if you're an alien, you're probably going to be drawn to an area where there's already more stuff than just rural humanity.
Right.
So there could very well be, it's also known as a hotspot for Bigfoot and for some of these other things. So we can't help but not go there for those of us who are curious about such things.
And I'm glad you mentioned Bigfoot because they've had quite a few cryptid things going on as well. So they've got everything going on in there, which, makes you wonder if all of these things, this high strangeness, which is very similar. Now, obviously the goblins is something special there and different because they're following, like you said, the mines are all connected for hundreds of miles, I think. And, they do have something, it seems similar in a way to what's going on like in Skinwalker Ranch and the surrounding areas. Is this an area that opens easily for portals? Is that what these things are utilizing in the mines? Something's going on there for sure. But I have something with Hopkinsville. It's only real short. Joe Rogan. I'm going to play that for you guys.
I want to back up on that. I have no idea. I have no idea.
I believe I found the chapter of this book, and this is a weird paragraph.
This one, Ireland. In Ireland, at about 1000 AD, supposed airships were treated as demon ships. And how do you say that? Lyons, France? Admitted space travelers were killed. More recently, on 24th of July 1957, Russian anti-aircraft batteries on the Kuril Islands opened fire on UFOs. Although all Soviet anti-aircraft batteries on the islands were in action, no hits were made. The UFOs were luminous and moved very fast. We too have fired on UFOs. About 10 o'clock one morning, a radar site near a fighter base picked up on a UFO going 700 miles an hour. The UFO then slowed down to 100 miles an hour, and two F-86 were scrambled to intercept. Eventually, one F-86 closed on the UFO at about 3,000 feet altitude. The UFO began to accelerate away, but the pilot still managed to get within 500 yards of the target for a short period of time. It was definitely saucer-shaped. As the pilot pushed the F-86 at top speed, the UFO began to pull away. When the range reached 1,000 yards, the pilot armed his guns and fired in an attempt to down the saucer. He failed, and the UFO pulled away rapidly, vanishing in the distance. The same basic situation may have happened on a more personal level. On Sunday morning, evening 21, August 1955, 8 adults and 3 children were on the Sutton farm, 1/2 mile away from Kelly, Kentucky, when, according to them, one of the children saw a brightly glowing UFO settle behind the barn, out of sight from where he stood. Other witnesses on nearby farms also saw the object. However, the Suttons dismissed it as a shooting star and did not investigate. Approximately 30 minutes later, at 8 p.m., the family dogs began barking, and 2 of the men went to the back door and looked out. Approximately 50 feet away and coming towards them was a creature wearing a glowing silvery suit. It was about 3.5 feet tall, with a large round head and very long arms. It had large webbed hands, which were equipped with claws. 2 Sutton grabbed a 12-gauge shotgun and a 22 caliber pistol and fired at close range. They could hear the pellets and bullet ricochet as if off metal. The creature was knocked down, but jumped up and scrambled away. The Suttons retreated into the house, turned off all inside lights, and turned on the porch light. At that moment, one of the women who was peeking out of the dining room window discovered that a creature with some sort of helmet and wide slit eyes was peeking back at her. She screamed, and the men rushed and started shooting. The creature was knocked backwards, but again scrambled away without apparent harm. More shooting occurred, a total of about 50 rounds over the next 20 minutes, and the creatures finally left, perhaps feeling unwelcome, it says. After about 2-hour wait for safety, the Suttons left too.
That's a pretty famous case, Kelly-Hopkinsville case.
Yeah. I wonder what kind of meth those guys like.
The end to the last when he quoted what you were reading earlier, it ends right here where it says controlled UFOs, and then this was left out of what we read, but it still says there's.
It says this leaves up the unpleasant possibility that alien visitors to our planet, or at least alien-controlled UFOs. However, the data are not well correlated, and what questionable data there are suggests the existence of at least 3 and maybe 4 different groups of aliens, possibly at different stages of development. This too is difficult to accept. It implies the existence of intelligent life on a majority of the planets in our solar system, or a surprisingly strong interest in Earth by members of other solar systems. A solution to the UFO problem may be obtained by the long and diligent effort of a large group of well-financed and competent scientists. Unfortunately, there is no evidence suggesting that such an effort is going to be made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they're teaching the Air Force Academy.
Wild.
Very wild. That didn't obviously go over too much about what happened, but you know what? We're going to be having some guests here joining us, which they know quite a bit about, what happened there. So let me remove that from the scene. And they should be coming any minute. So I think you guys will be really excited by who is stopping by. I got this new camera. I'm going to have to figure out where the settings are, because it's right up on me and I want it to back up a little bit. It's brand new. We're getting some guests. So everybody, I'm going to welcome Carol Ann and Mr. InBetween. Thank you guys for coming. I'm sorry, you want them here. I'm like, oh my God, I forgot. So I apologize. I would have seen it anyway. I was just about to look at my phone. I would have saw you guys. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, please.
Of course I come on.
I
Every
want
chance
you.
I get.
I'm always asking you to come on. So,
well, unfortunately, I can't always make it, but
I know.
I try.
I know you always do your best, and at the very least, you're so gracious. You at least stop into the chat, and it's always nice to see your logo in there. So, we obviously, you heard what Stacy says. Hello.
Hello, Stacy.
And everybody else, obviously. Let me pull that off of your face. I didn't know it would cover you up there. You obviously you did a was it a live stream or a video about Hopkinsville?
A video.
You did a regular video. So
it was so good.
It was excellent, and so I'm so happy you're here. So I'm gonna ask you. Obviously a huge correlation between what's going on in Hellier with the same things. What's your opinion about, the two together?
Well, I don't know, because I mean, I think I just heard you guys say the same thing that I think, that Hopkinsville almost feels more like aliens. Well, I guess, but then again, Helier does too, kind of. Especially when you see that picture of the one peeking around the tree. So
he did see it fly over the house.
And
yes,
is full of UFOs on the regular.
Oh, really?
That's what I've heard.
That's true.
Okay.
So maybe it is just aliens. Maybe they're not goblins.
I've never heard of, and I mean, obviously we hear about, Greys and Nordics and reptiles and, praying mantis. I've never heard of goblins before, but I mean, who's to say that, whatever they are, definitely special to this area and to Kentucky, obviously. So,
well, I will say that picture from Helier of whatever it is peeking around the tree, that very well could be a gray.
True.
I mean, it just, it's got the big head and whatnot. That could be a gray. Now, that being said, you look at the description from Hopkinsville, and that doesn't sound like anything that anybody's ever heard before.
Right.
So, I don't know. But they're the ones who saw the UFO right before it happened. So, I don't know. I have no idea.
I'm going to go and get the picture because I was looking at it earlier, actually. So I'm glad you brought that up.
That picture is so strange because it's like I look at it and like somebody had to like kind of trace it out for me to see what I'm like. Oh, okay, now because I was like, I don't know what I'm looking at,
right?
But then after somebody, after I saw the kind of trace one, I was like, okay, now I see it.
I didn't see it either.
Does look very like what you'd think, like a small kid with a big head and like, I don't know, wearing some gray spandex or something with shaved head and like big black eyes,
Right. And they said that when they were shooting them with their shotguns and everything, that it seemed like they were wearing some kind of bright silver material.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I do remember that.
The Hopkinsville thing.
Yeah, in Hopkinsville.
Yeah, it was like somebody called it like a toaster or something.
No,
really?
No, the mom called it a 5-gallon gas can.
Yeah, that's what it was. Not a toaster
with arms and legs. That's what she called it. That's why I said the description is so much different than what we usually hear.
Yeah, the description sounds like robotic, like it's some sort of metal robot thing with glowy eyes.
Right. I'm going to bring this up here in a second.
And maybe they're two different things,
Yeah.
Well, that's what I go back to, Mr. In-Between, is that I just really feel like the whole area attracts a lot of different things.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely some weird stuff that happens in the area.
All right, so I'm going to let's see how we're going to.
Oh yeah.
I'll put that up for everybody, and as you can see, I mean that's the famous picture of what they saw in Hopkinsville, and they always talk about like they were about the ears, and they were talking about that in Helier. They were focusing on the eyes, that they kind of almost look like there's some kind of goggle or something there in the ears, maybe because I think, wasn't it the little girl who drew the picture, and she did draw the ears, but there was something that made them think that they weren't there too. Somebody had another picture, I think, that the ears weren't drawn. I don't remember that one. It definitely doesn't look like
or they're different, like a smaller or something.
Yeah, but
I don't know. I know the one in the Hellier thing that they were talking about, when they're describing them, they just had bald heads, but they didn't have weren't described with big ears. But
right. I'm actually looking at some more pictures right now, so hopefully I can find the little girl's picture too. Oh, here's an interesting one. This is one that was, I think that they highlighted um, in the Hellier movie, possibly. Here, I'll share this one. Do you guys remember ever seeing this one?
Yeah.
So this one even has, some listings. So, it talks about how tall from description. Oh, geez. Hold on a second.
Hi, Mr. Rogers.
All right. This says from descriptions of Mrs. Langford, Mrs. Elmer Sutton, and Mr. J.C. Sutton. So these were the people that were at the house when they were being, accosted by these goblins.
It's not up on your screen, by the way.
Yeah, adjust your screen, brother.
Oh, is it? Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
There you go.
You got it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. That's why I have Taz and whoever. Hey, Matt, come on. It's not there.
Yeah, people don't realize in the background, like on our end, sometimes with our different screens, and we have to go from one screen to another screen. It's like we don't know what's going on the screen. And then we got what's going on YouTube looks different than what we're looking at in live and live. It's a whole mess.
He's like, don't show your Facebook. I'm like, there's nothing on my Facebook to show. I don't do anything.
Am I the only person? I know. Well, no. Someone in the chat said it. Somebody in the main house said this looks like Stitch. This is.
It does.
Oh yeah,
that's a good point. It does.
Maybe that was like an inspiration,
Yeah, you're right. You're right. We have a question here too. Let me see here. Sherry French has a question. How tall are the creatures? They said they're, roughly the size of a child, 3 feet, 3.5 feet. Is that about their size?
Yeah, that's how they got the goblin moniker, because they're little creatures.
Yep.
So, yeah, and apparently very strong, very fast. I mean, you have an adult who's afraid of these things. They're taking apparently shotgun blasts in Hopkinsville. So, they would take the shot and they would, get up and run away and then come back. And that's what made them kind of think maybe, that what was shining on them was some kind of a material that was, protecting them from the gunshots. It wasn't it though. They did find some blood though after that happened. A police officer, I think, some kind of strange colored fluid. I think, if I remember, is the one. It was one of the.
There was something on the grass in the backyard that they found the next morning that looked kind of, if I remember correctly, it was almost like iridescent, but you could only see it if you looked at it at the right angle.
Right.
Something really weird like that.
BJ
brought they found blood per se.
Yeah, it was something that drew their attention. BJ brought up a good point. I remember that too. In the reenactment, the one guy had one of them grab his hair from the roof and pulled him up. So they were all like standing on the second part of the roof waiting for them, and I guess one had stuck its arm over and pulled the guy's hair up. So they were just messing with them,
Yeah.
Josie says Stitch is my new spirit animal.
Stitch is pretty awesome.
Josie always has great comments in here.
All right. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to take my dogs out real quick.
Go ahead. Absolutely. I was thinking about, I didn't get to show, obviously, the video that I wanted. So I am going to look real quick for another Hopkinsville video. I just want to show something real short for the people that don't know anything about this, because they have such great, in fact, you know what? I was thinking there's this one channel. I don't know. It's called the InBetween or something. I think this lady did a video on it.
This lady.
Yeah, yeah. Her name's, Carol Ann or something.
Who you calling a lady?
Hey, be nice.
Yeah, I'd kill or die for you. Well, kill or die. Yeah, go back and watch her channels if you can. I mean, that's where I always go to get the most thorough research. I know how much Carol Ann puts into every single one of her episodes.
Thank you.
How much work she gets and how much support she gets from Mr. InBetween for cross-referencing and supporting and doing research and keeping things just accurate.
We're going to play a little bit of
find
it for the people.
Yeah, you're not going to find between Matt and Carol Ann, you're just not going to find people who care more about delivering a product of integrity and high quality and sincerity. And I can't.
Oops. Sorry.
Oh.
Okay, this is weird to be on your stream and watching my video.
I think it's appropriate. I do.
It's just weird.
Do you want me to play something different? I will.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's just
I'm sure it is.
Surreal experience.
I felt the same way before someone did that to me. I was like, hey, can we watch a different one?
Isn't that weird?
But I mean,
no,
honestly,
go ahead.
I watched yours and it's so perfect and it tells exactly what we want to know. So, guys, without further ado, Carol Ann.
Woo!
Let me rewind it.
11 witnesses with identical stories of being under attack by small, goblin-like creatures. But 70 years later, science still can't explain what terrorized that Kentucky farmhouse. They're bulletproof, they glow in the dark, and they keep coming back. I'm Carol Ann. Welcome to the InBetween.
On Planet 412.
That's right.
The night of August 21st, 1955 was a warm one in southwest Kentucky. After a day in the mid-90s, the temperature was cooling around 7 p.m., but not fast enough, especially if you're sitting in an old 2-room farmhouse with 11 other people. Maybe that's why Billy Ray Taylor volunteered to go outside to get some water from the well.
I love that show.
The farm belonged to 50-year-old Glennie Langford and was located between Hopkinsville and Kelly, Kentucky. I remember it. Widow, has been married twice with children from both marriages. At least 2 grown boys from the first and 3 younger children from the second.
Thank you.
Not going to throw 11 names at you, but just know that night, Glennie's sons, Lucky and JC, and their wives, JC's brother-in-law, and Billy Ray and June Taylor are all there visiting Glennie and her 3 younger children for dinner. That makes 11 people in 2 rooms with a small loft on the second floor. So it's no wonder that even if they're having an awesome time together, that Billy Ray might jump at the chance to spend a few minutes outside where the temperatures are starting to fall. Glennie's getting dinner ready and needs some water from the well about 100 yards from the house. Billy Ray volunteers.
Would you appreciate you? So, where would you recommend I fast forward? About right here?
Oh, I have no idea.
Here, let's watch at least this part right here. Because
noted that some of the descriptions vary a bit, with some saying no nose and some saying it had antennae, but also with the caveat that the eyes were so distracting that some details may be off. It had a strong upper body with legs that looked stiff, and it walked awkwardly like it was wading through water. One witness says its feet looked like suction cups, but nobody else saw them to be able to say for sure.
I tried
it's wearing some kind of silver suit, maybe even made of metal, that shines in the moonlight.
Right,
Glennie actually describes it as looking like a 5-gallon gasoline can with the head on top and small legs. It was shimmering bright metal like on my refrigerator.
Now that's interesting. And obviously they were wearing some kind of a suit. And then I want to say real quick, Tazariah actually mentioned something. Thank you for mentioning to who was it? Christy Nicole had asked about, do you think there was limestone? And it's very possible. You know, limestone is always associated with paranormal, supernatural things. So let's move it forward here.
I like what somebody said up here. Who was it? Zero Fox. It's like I'm in between Carol Ann and Carol Ann. It's all so meta.
Lucky opens all the windows to avoid flying glass coming in, assuming that these things are now trying to enter the house. But they never try to get in.
That's weird.
For the next 2 hours, Lucky and Billy Ray managed to at least keep these things at bay, emptying entire boxes of ammo. But after 11 p.m. or so, things start to die down. Glennie, the calmest one in the room, says, "Now's our chance. Let's get out of here."
Okay, so I want to move
makes
back
a
a little
run
bit
for it.
to the part right here. And I find that extremely, interesting, by the way, that they didn't come in through the windows that were open.
Using its arms to move. Lucky and Billy Ray take up positions guarding the porch. Half an hour passes before a clawed hand grabs at
there it
Billy
is.
Ray's hair from the roof overhang. His wife pulls him inside, but the men go back out and fire again, knocking the creature off the roof. And watch.
Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to stop because people wanted to talk about what we're talking about here. So I'm going to stop it for now. Some people were wondering about, the exact things we're talking about. Why were they not coming in through the windows? That doesn't make any sense. It seems like they're trying to get in. I mean, then you're getting into some weird stuff. Of course, what popped up to my head is, you need to invite me in.
Yeah.
Please, let me come
Are they
in.
part vampire?
There's that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's strange.
Well, I was just thinking, what if they because the whole state is known for like caves and caverns. It's like everywhere. So it's like I wonder if there's, and yeah, I'm skeptical, but I'm still open, right? So, I'm wondering I'm certainly open to things being underground and let's send some drones out and to try to communicate with these people up there and see what we can do. And so they're just trying to get to the windows to say, "Hi, hey, can we talk to you?" Boom.
Yeah.
That's kind of what
Right. Well,
yeah, how do we know they were being aggressive toward this family? These little creatures start showing up with the glowing eyes and the weird size and the weird shape, and people get scared and start firing at them. For all we know, they're living down in these caves and they're waiting for us to become, socially appropriate and, evolved enough to not want to kill each other and everything that's strange to us.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're trying to reach out because, am I wrong? But I feel like somewhere down the line, guys, there's a story with the doctor guy. There's a story about how before he moved away and then disappeared, that they were coming out and taking the toys and taking things from the yard, and it's almost in it they're doing anthropological research on humanity, and so are they just coming to mess with us to see how maybe we're just one big scientific experiment to them?
Yeah.
I have BJ actually just sent something to me, and I'm going to look it up real quick because it's really interesting. She sent a message on. She was in the chat. Underground mini vampire. So, and I assume that she would not say that if there wasn't anything there. So I'm putting that in the search, which is crazy to hear it, but.
While he's looking for that, Taz, to your point that maybe they're just waiting for us to mature enough. I don't know about that, because those things in Hopkinsville not going in the open windows and pulling the guy up by his hair, that just strikes me as they're messing with us.
Yeah.
And same with the toys in Hellier because that guy found all the toys
Yeah.
by the
Different
stream.
spots.
You know?
Right.
That just seems to me like they're messing with us.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure.
Of course, taking their dog is
Oh,
step beyond messing with us, but
yeah, for sure.
Well, whether they're messing with us, studying us, or looking for a fight, we'll find out when we go there.
I
Right.
guess.
Agreed. Let's see. I'm looking here. I'm not seeing anything for mini vampires, but you guys remember Gremlins, right? What a great movie.
Classic.
Yeah.
And they did have some of the look of those things too, a little bit.
Well, they're a lot smaller.
BJ,
but the general shape, yeah.
Right. BJ, did you actually find something on those? Sorry, I didn't mean to share. Oh, I didn't share. Good. Yeah, there's. I didn't find anything on them, so that would be extremely interesting. After we were talking about it, I just kind of, that's the only thing I could think of. I mean, I really can't imagine what would stop them from going in there. Sherry French says force people live in cave systems also. I don't know. Well, that's what I said. Stacy said, who said that? Josie? Somebody said, what I had mentioned, that, you need to invite them in, but who knows?
Nope, won't be doing that.
Yeah, definitely not. It's funny we're talking about vampires. Guys, you got to check out our date night video tomorrow when it's released to everybody. If you remember, you can watch it tonight. But we're talking about the next movie we're going to do, and Stacy mentioned one that's just absolutely epic. Do you want me to mention the title? Which are us, the Lost Boys. It was just ironic. It's vampires we're talking about.
I've seen that so many times.
Oh, dude, that's one of me and her, date night for real.
That was one of my favorites back in the day. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, an excellent movie. And the inviting in is a big part of the end of that movie too. So yeah, we'll be touching on that one. What do you think about? I had mentioned to Taz earlier about all of the things that are going on there. Obviously, you have the different spots around just America, United States. You point immediately to Skinwalker Ranch. So I mean, what do you think? Other than what I had mentioned, maybe it's a portal kind of situation. I think, were you guys in here when I mentioned that?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. So I had thought, maybe it's like an area of high energy, that just like the types of things that happen at Skinwalker Ranch, they see portals opening and beings coming out, ships and other types of like, that opens up. They said they saw another place through the portal. What do you think could be, drawing all these high strangeness beings through there?
I have no idea.
No idea.
I mean, I will say that the longer that I, since I started this channel and the longer I hear more stories and things like that, I am getting more and more open to the idea of portals.
Right.
Because they just explain so many things.
Right.
That I'm really starting to think that they certainly have something to do with a lot of this stuff. Bigfoot's disappearing and, for example, I was at the Bigfoot Festival in northern Minnesota this summer, and there was a guy there telling his story, and he was talking about drone footage that he saw that unfortunately he can't get the owner of the footage to release it.
Okay.
It was drone footage of a Bigfoot, and it was perfectly clear, and they watched this thing from on top walk over to the edge of a cliff, and it jumped off the edge of the cliff, and the drone went over the edge and looked straight down, and it was gone. Well, what do you mean it's gone? Where did it go? You know? And that's by far not the only story like that. Where
Right.
something just disappears, you know?
Right.
So, well, even your Dogman story, even the idea of,
sure.
you know, yours kind of frosted out a little bit more.
Yeah, went all ethereal.
But still, you know?
Where did it go? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It went somewhere. So was that is the way that it, I always talk about the veil. That's what, the veil is very, it's there all the time. It's so close to us. And I really do be like, I know, like I've had people get upset with me when I've said this. I'm like, but I do believe this, and I'm not trying to freak people out. There are things that are around us all the time. We just don't realize they are. And they either can see us or they can't. I truly believe there are some of them, these beings, like maybe some of these shadow beings that are watching us. I think sometimes maybe they're the ones who are like, what is that? Who is it? Who is that? What is that?
Yeah.
I do believe some of them are. And then the majority of, Hat Man and stuff, they're voyeurs. They're just watching people sleep and stuff. So just really odd how and then you get into the belief of, the vibration and the frequency. And I truly believe if that's how things really work that night, we all kind of, like I said many times, we kind of just zoned out, staring at the fire, and kind of, we weren't doing drugs, right? We're kids. But we, like everyone does, you stare at a fire, you kind of just, you just zone out, and all of a sudden, poof, craziness is happens. And the dogs realized something was up. So, they always talk about animals know something's up. Something strange is occurring. So maybe this thing blinked in, like my priest said, every once in a while, something bleeds into our reality. Not always supposed to be here. And sometimes we come into contact with them. Most of the time we don't. And sometimes when we do, sometimes people die or they almost do and are messed up for life. Or, halfway and very intrigued the rest of their life. So like me. So, I don't know. It's really, really wild. I would love to talk.
That's a really good question, though, Matt, because you have always said that you believed that your Dogman, the Dogman that you saw, had supernatural powers because it did just kind of float out of existence. However, talking about the portals and the veil, is it that in your opinion, is it that the Dogman was supernatural and it blinked out, or did it just cross the veil? And the Dogman is 100% flesh and blood like we are, but the supernatural part is the veil, and it crossed the veil. That just popped into my head.
That it has some type of a connection to the veil that's making it do weird stuff.
Or just
like
use
the
it as a
eyes.
portal.
That's why I thought it 100% was supernatural, because the eyes glowed. It like glowed. I mean, boof,
that's true. Yeah,
bright. And then it walked by the fire, and that arm just it cloaked for like 3 seconds, and then it went back to normal. It just had these weird,
that's right.
almost like glitches were like happening to it. So that's actually really interesting, because if from where it was from originally, because obviously these things aren't naturally from here. I mean, if people saw something the size of a freaking car walking around and it's not supposed to be here, a polar bear, and I've seen some really. I'm gonna share one I found. I hope I can find it. I saw a picture just yesterday of a polar bear that was a real one that they had. I think they had killed it and stuffed it. I mean, it 100% was like the exact size of what we saw. It's gigantic, and it will be. I saw. I was like, oh my god! And I should have saved it. I'm sure I can find it again. But it was like exactly the same size as what we saw, and but if they're from somewhere else, and say the veil actually fluxes and changes frequency, and it's like, oh, what's over there? It came through, and because it came through, it's not supposed to be there, and maybe it has some type of invisible, tethers holding onto it, which are causing it to do weird things. The eyes glow, the arm blinks in and out.
Right.
I don't know.
Right. Interesting.
Really wild. My mind is
Like
going many.
demons from old are coming back at the end of days.
Yeah.
That's happening more and more as we, people are seeing more giants. People are seeing more, Nephilim-like creatures. People are seeing more crazy monsters, let's just say. And it seems to be picking up. And it's either more people are telling, better stories, or things are heating up.
Freaking out.
Yeah, and I will say this though, there is and this is why I want to go to some of these places that you weren't too keen on. I said, yeah, hey, we're gonna go here, we're gonna go here. You're like, yeah, no, I'm gonna pay. And Mr. Inbetween's like, we're gonna pass on that. Yeah, and Stacy does not want me to go there either, but we are. And there's a lot. She's shaking her head behind the. But there's a lot more supernatural and paranormal things going on. They're catching legitimate stuff on camera. So,
right.
Like what you're saying, Mr. Inbetween, there is more stuff going on. And, obviously you have to have a skeptical mind. I do. I love when Taz is here because together we're on it, man. We'll admit when something looks legit, but we'll also call it out when it looks terrible. And unfortunately, there's more terrible and hoaxes than there are, and that's upsetting. But but the stuff that they've been catching on some of these shows, I'm going to look right now. If somebody wants to take over for a little bit, I'm going to look up just a picture of what Josh Gates caught on his trip to Eloise. They caught a picture in a Polaroid. I'm going to try and bring that up real quick.
All right.
While you're doing that, I was thinking about pick a culture. There's always been talk of unusual paranormal stuff. All the way back to the earliest writings, they talk about it. Certainly in the Bible, in the Quran, all kinds of places. And the quickening that this Inbetween refers to is also mentioned at several places where
you're cutting out there, Tazariah.
Oh, sorry. We will see these things amping up as time goes on. It's foretold. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, pretty reliable source, I think.
Yeah. I just out of kicks and grins, I looked it up. Ephesians 6:12 says, "For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of the age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places." It's not about a war of the flesh all the time.
Oh, good. I found it. Good. Oh, I'm so excited to show you guys this.
Is that
really wild? It's the Polaroid that
Polaroid.
So just to give everybody just a quick, they were what's her name? Jessica Chobot. She used to be on the show. So she came and she said, I brought a great new piece of equipment. She pulled out a Polaroid camera. They're like, whoa, we didn't even know they still make those. They do. And, the thought process is on, and I've heard it a lot recently, that use something not real technical and digital and old school. You're getting more stuff, more proof, and it makes sense. So they got this Polaroid, and they actually, let me see here real quick. Well, I don't want to show that real quick. I've got a different one up. So let me set this to go to this one channel. All right, share this tab instead. There we go.
Rhinoceros, thanks. You just got yourself a $10 super chat, my friend.
Oh yeah, well,
Nice.
Ryan.
Thanks, man.
Right. So I'm going to do the same thing on this show. What I make, Carol Ann was gracious enough to donate whatever she got in the live to our trip. Whatever I get here today, guys, is what I'm going to donate as well to our trip.
Awesome.
Yeah, well, Stacey said buy some pizza, but we may not have to do that. if what I tried works,
that would be nice.
Is Pizza Hustle. I love it.
I hope it works. We might get some good old down home cooking. We'll see. So thank you very much. I want to thank you for that. And,
Shining stars, the twirl pros.
oh, sorry, Stace. I have you up there. I didn't mean to do that.
So blow up that Polaroid, man. You're killing me. I can't wait to see it.
Oh, Josie.
Oh, man, Josie.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Oh my gosh, Josie.
Thank
you.
Josie
is amazing.
Oh, thank you.
It's phenomenal. Thank you, honey. That
Beautiful
will
person
help.
inside and out. That woman. I tell you what.
She's such a huge supporter, and I want to thank her very much. That's going to help us.
Yeah. Yes,
and
it is.
Also, Rhinoceros. Thank you. That's a cool name.
More of the real world is being captured all the time, but isn't it ironic? Oh, I just missed it.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
It was something about AI.
I didn't mean to take it off. I'll put it back up. It just went off for some reason. I didn't do it.
Josie's throwing down. Nice.
And she's such a great supporter, and my people are awesome.
Nice.
There you go.
There he goes.
Oh, but isn't it ironic that AI is at the forefront, almost like a smokescreen or hunter's blind? You may have something
there. Yeah,
it's interesting. Do that.
Thank you guys. You guys are phenomenal. Thank you, Josie. You're just unbelievably generous and
amazing.
Yeah,
she's a great person, and not because she gives stuff. I mean, trust me, we appreciate it. But she's a wonderful human being, and she's one of my moderators. Man, she's awesome. So, guys, you see here, that's not a great one. Let me see. Oh, there's a better picture. So you see right behind her to the left.
Oh, I remember you telling me about this.
Yeah. So they got when you watch the show, you can see it beautifully. It really stands out. But if you guys look, you can see behind her. So which would be behind her right shoulder. It looks like there's like a dark, like mass, almost like somebody standing there with a black like blanket over their head.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you what, when you see it clear on the show, it has this this look of like this black, it almost reminded me of the hair on the Dogman we saw. It like stuck out against the night sky, but this has this weird, like just kind of sheen to it, and you can tell it's real. It's Phil is her partner in this. He always is. He tries to debug. Of course, it's smart to do that. And
I can't interrupt you, Matt. Carol, just day 20.
Yeah, Carol, awesome.
Thank you, Carol.
Okay, here I come.
There's spoiling us rotten in here. We love it. We will make the most out of it.
Thank you, Carol. Oops. Hold on. Let me get that off the screen.
There you go. All right.
Hey.
Thank you, Carol. My peeps are coming through for us, guys.
Nice.
And when I get that, I will divvy it up. And again, unfortunately, they, as we know, they take 30%, but we will take whatever you guys have. Again, it's going to be, a trip is going to be expensive. So
yeah, you would think YouTube would they're making a lot of cash on everybody.
I know.
It's like when it comes to something where somebody wants to donate to their favorite channel, they would go, you know what, you guys just have that because, but no, and they're not going to.
It's a tip. It's a tip.
It is, I know, and they got to get.
We should get that. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, they're making a ton of money.
I get making money.
Whoa, we're having somebody's clipping. Hey, I don't know. Do you guys all have on your if you go into settings, you go to audio and
I think
there's
it might be you, Mr. In Between.
the auto gain.
Well, you know, he lives in that magic world of mystery.
It looks like we got another donation here. Scott from South Carolina, one of our awesome members here.
Oh,
Scott, thank you,
Scott.
sir.
I can't wait to bring you guys back some really cool footage.
Thanks.
Yeah, let's see. I want to move you guys around. So let's see.
We're moving all over. That's cool.
I want to give you guys.
Check it out.
There you go. That's good. That way, Carol Ann, you were getting your face blocked there. So.
And since Mr. In Between doesn't show his face,
well, you can still see him though. Actually,
that's true. You can.
It's very mysterious.
What? I'm showing my face.
Does he even have one?
Stacy said,
"There's his face right there."
He's showing his hat. That's a nice hat. Nice hat. Hey, everybody, I'm going to use that as an in right now. Everybody. I was talking to Happy Canuck earlier because she was very generous and got some of my merch. She got a nice amount. Dude. And I said, man, I would love to see all my people, because they've been buying lately my merch. And I said, I'd love to see these guys either in it or if they, coffee cup or whatever. So what I want you guys to do is, if you have any of my merch, wear it. If you got a shirt or hat, because I got Brett Eichenberger and Jill Remensnyder, I sent them 2 hats. They are the people who made a Flash of Beauty Bigfoot. They are Resonance Productions, and they're good friends of mine. And they sent me pictures. They're wearing my hat. And they're like, I said, do me a favor, because they're always on location filming. I said, when you guys go to each new place, if you please wear my hat just for a picture if you're not wearing it. They said, you got it. So they sent me a picture of them wearing my hat. They both are awesome, man. So if you guys would do me a favor, put the merch, if it's just a coffee cup, hey, Matt, and send me the picture on Planet 412's email, and I will put all of you up and show everybody you wearing my merch. I'm very proud of that.
Oops. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Very, very.
My daughter wears her In Between t-shirt to school at least once a week, and her teachers ask her, "Oh, what show's on now?" and bug her all the time about. We proudly don the In Between goodies that we got. And of course we live in a very rural town because lived in LA for many years in other big cities. I like the rural lifestyle, but let me tell you what, people ask.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, we got to do stuff. We got to start asking our people. Hey, send us your merch,
for sure.
Like we should.
Merch artwork stuff that we can make.
It's awesome. Yeah, that's a proud moment for me when I get a thing because it's from the Fourth Wall is my store.
Yeah,
and, Josh, actually, that's what he uses. Yeah. Is that what you guys use?
Yeah, we heard it from Josh.
You guys get you get the thing sent to you, and I'm like, yeah, baby, yeah. So I send them a thank you, and I'm really excited. It means a lot. Yeah, Stacy said it's like her studio people wear, her shirt or something. She's proud. They're out there advertising for you.
Right.
So, and I was excited. I told Stacy a couple of weeks ago, I went to the Myers, and I'm walking in, and this guy's coming out. He goes, "Oh, dude, I love your shirt. It's my Planet 412 shirt." He's like, "What is that?" And I said, "Well," and I told him. He pulls his phone, and he's like, "You got me, man." He's like, "I got to get one of those shirts." I said, "Well, you can get it right there." He's like,
right here.
So I loved it, man. I'm like,
nice. Man, that's so cool.
So you guys definitely got to do that, man.
The only problem with such high quality merch is what happens in my house is my wife steals mine, and my daughter steals hers, and it's like, "Where's my sweatshirt?" I was actually going to wear my in-between sweatshirt tonight, and I find it because last I knew, I was on my wife's back.
Well, since I told you to pick something out, Caroline, you're gonna have to send me something. So we'll have to trade.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Well, you know what? We're all going to
actually, Matt.
Yeah.
I have to tell you this. We all just said
already.
We all just said that we were using Fourth Wall, right?
Yeah.
Well, last year at this time, we were still on Teespring.
Oh.
And we got stuff, or let me say that again. We ordered stuff
2 months
for
before
you
Christmas.
and Stacy 2 months before Christmas.
Oh.
And it never arrived until way after Christmas. And we're like,
yeah,
you serious?
So
we
already have it for this coming Christmas.
I love it. There's Stacy behind me. She's behind the computer doing this.
Oh no.
Oh, trust me, Caroline. Stacy is
yes.
like your number one fan. She loves you. She's always
Thank
like, Caroline, hey Matt, look, Caroline. She loves you.
I appreciate that, and I'm kind of okay with that. But Stacy's number 2 because I'm number 1.
She said no problem, Ted.
Out of the 150,000 people, I'm number 1. She's number 2.
Just know that is the reason we left Teespring.
Okay.
We're like, no, this is just ridiculous.
I agree.
You know, to have all of our stuff all set to go to the people that we love and wanted to share, and to not have it show up from 2 months ahead of time. Give me a break.
Yeah,
So
for
now
sure.
we're on Fourth Wall. Yeah, it'll be
El
better.
Martino, thank you, sir. We got another donation.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
Wow.
Thank you.
You
And
guys
let
are
me know.
amazing.
It's
Donated to us and ours. So that's so cool. Send it around.
Thank
Nice.
you.
So-
Sent the same to the in-between. Thank you.
There we go.
I'm
Yes,
gonna-
you did.
I'm
Yes.
something people brought up in the chat, I do want to challenge you guys with. If you don't have them already, I think you'll have time to maybe do a rush order. Get yourself some business cards for when we go on our adventure.
You know what? It's so crazy you said that. I today said I got to get business cards before we go, and I hope I can.
I mean,
we're not going to have time.
No, because they usually take a week.
Yeah.
I just saw a comment from somebody. I
think you'd be lucky to get it in a week.
Yeah, I wish I would have gone on. I would have thought of it before today.
Well, I have a bunch. I'm going to grab a ton, and we'll just write.
I still have my sports ones, so I mean, I guess I could, if someone wants to get a hold of me, it's the same thing, but not really. But at least my name's on it, and they are really cool.
There you go.
I saw somebody had put a comment up there. I want to read. Somebody said something about Matt making a Dogman shirt, and that's all I needed to see. So it's very, very. I love this system there on the Fourth Wall. You can make stuff really easy. So
yeah, they're
find that here.
They're a nice group, that's for sure. And last year. There's like these people who do like the .store domain stuff approached us and said, hey, we want you guys, if you're willing to, we just want like you to be in like some study that we're doing. So we're gonna, if you want to, we can set you up with a .store for your Fourth Wall stuff for free. And then we're going to give you like we're gonna do a split test, $500 ad thing, and then a $500 with the .store, because they're trying to see how much better the .store does than a regular thing. So we have the in-between .store now is our
cool.
And they just gave it to us plus like $1,000
really
in free ads.
Wow.
Because they want to run the test.
Right.
So they run the test. I mean, we didn't really have much on our store at the time, and we still don't, but we still have something,
Right. I'm gonna have to get that
I mean,
information and say, hey guys, you know what? Somebody told me to ask you about maybe it's worth a try. That's the salesman in me. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
I mean, I haven't heard back from the people that I like. When is did you run the second half? I don't know. I don't care. I mean, I got a .store thing now, and it's free. I didn't have to pay for it, so that was fine. But yeah, I mean, I guess according to their first study that they did, like a .store thing is like 2 or 3 times more sales than if you just like send out like a store.link. You know, the InBetween or whatever it is. You know,
right?
And they set you up with like a full almost like a web page that looks like with all your stuff on it and like your banners and all your stuff with like it's super cool.
Very awesome.
Yeah.
So Matt, you're a big sports guy. I'm a big sports fan. You know how like all the sports prognosticators before the game, they'll make their predictions like, oh, I think Freddie Freeman's going to hit a home run. No, I think Shohei Ohtani's going to hit a home run. I think this guy's going to score so many points. Here's our chance, guys. Let's do prognosticating for the trip.
I knew you were going there. I love it.
So what do you think?
One sec. I wanted to tell. I got that message. Yes, I'm definitely going to make that shirt just because you asked. So okay, buddy. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. So I think we should each just throw out something that we think may happen on this adventure.
And BJ, you get to comment too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that we're definitely going to experience something, and I'm on the fence with the goblins, but I think that there's going to be something profound discovered. There's going to be a Bigfoot. It's going to be a ghost. It's going to be Dogman in the distance. It's going to be something. So, and if you want to pin me down more, I think I'm gonna go with Bigfoot.
It's been seen there numerous times.
That's pretty bold.
All right. Well, what do you got? Step up and take a swing with that bat there, Super Genius Carol Ann.
Right. You just want me to throw out something I think is going to happen on this trip, like anything?
There's no. This is fun.
Night.
This is just for fun. No one's going to be mad at you if it doesn't. But just what does your gut tell you?
Of anything that's going to happen on this trip?
Yes.
We're going to get lost.
Okay.
That's what my gut is telling me.
Something in the world of supernatural, but you know, I mean,
that's why I said you asked. You said anything,
but you know,
you said anything. That's why I asked.
That works. What do you
but
got,
I have
Matt?
spent enough time on Google Earth looking at that area. You know, the satellite view. It's like, oh man, we're gonna get lost at some point. I don't know. Maybe we're gonna go out there with 8 people and come back with 7. I don't know.
Oh boy, no comment on that one. I'm the one.
Like I said before on my channel, we're like the Marines. No man left behind.
Okay, I'll remember that because I'm heavy too. So, I'm not a little guy, so I'm not saying I'm not, I got some extra pounds, but I'm a big dude too. So I've got a lot of meat on me. I still got muscles. So it's heavy.
I think between the other 7 of us, we'll get you.
Well, you know what? I really hope that we're not in that type of a situation.
Me too.
I've had enough Matt's in deep shit moments. So yeah, I'd rather if somebody needs help, I'm the one up pulling on them. Or not at all. We're pulling and I don't want to hurt anything, but say something attacks us. Well, it would be very stupid, by the way, with what is going to be with us. And it didn't make it, of course. And we'd be pulling something. Hey guys, man, look what we got.
Yeah, what if it was that instead of we lose one person, we come back with 1 extra?
Just remember, I mean, so seriously, so let's save that for a second. I want to talk about that. What about you, Mr. In-Between, on that Taz question there?
What's your prediction?
Hey, can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Oh, you sound terrible.
No,
yeah,
do I sound better?
bad connect. Something's up.
I just told him to switch his mic because the last one was bad. So that's
he was
what he's
getting
working on right now.
some bad digital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
sorry.
he's in the process, I think, of
still working it out.
There you go. Oh, that's better. Okay, go.
Yeah, that sounds good.
You can hear me now?
Oh,
yes.
There it goes again.
Oh, I don't know what it is then.
Maybe it's
I'm using the Yeti now.
That's just weird then.
It is.
All right. Well, stick with the Yeti because you still sound better.
Okay. I'm doing my best. I'm sorry, guys.
It sounds like you're trapped behind the veil. Like,
maybe
guys,
maybe
I don't know where I am.
I told you he's always mysterious.
All right. Well, he's figuring out. I'll update my prediction. Okay. And this is actually something that I did think about before. So this is like, in all seriousness, this is real. I think my gut is telling me that we're not gonna get anything in the woods, but I think we're gonna see some UFO action.
Okay.
That's what I think. Because that is like a total hotspot. Plus, we got BJ, who's like a UFO magnet.
It's funny.
You know?
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I think that's a smart pick. You know?
You're not the only one thinking that, too. Yeah. BJ, what about you, honey? Yep. So we'll tell you. So her comment there, by the way, I'll show you guys. There's a meaning to this, and it is wild. As we were telling you, her and I had some really strange, for those of you that weren't at the In-Betweens live stream, Carol Ann, and we told Mr. In-Between, Taz, you were there. BJ and I, she contacted me. It was a couple months back, and she said, "Hey, I just want to mention to you, did you happen to have a strange dream or something?" And she told me what she had, and I'm not joking, you guys. I mean, I was floored, and I went on for like 20 minutes. I couldn't believe what she told me, because we shared a dream, and it was wild and incredible. And I yelled. I told Stacy that night. She's like, "Oh, geez, man, you're having more stuff happen to you than before." She's like, "You're having a lot of weird stuff happen to you." So I don't know. I'm kind of cool with that kind of stuff, but it blew me away. And then as the week progressed, we had some other stuff happen. And one of the things that occurred was, and she just mentioned a blue bird. We both had a dream about something about a blue bird, and I saw it too. Ryan Osiris, thank you, sir.
Oh,
geez, you guys are helping us tremendously.
Man.
This is going to be
yay!
Whoa, yeah,
nice. Thank you.
I'm telling you, man, the 412's family is different than anybody else's. Stacy is my wife, Chris.
Love being here. Just love it.
They're good people. I really thank you guys. I really, I always say I love you guys. I mean it. You're my family, not because if you're giving us stuff. If you don't, I love you just the same. I'm just glad you guys are part of the 412. It means the world to me. So thank you. That will, and like I said, I was really touched by what you did over there, Carol Ann. So, what was I not going to do? You know what I mean? So. And look like Matt's getting donations and offering nothing. So, and just to let you know, my computer is going on me, and I've been saving for. I don't care. This is for my family here. So things take a back seat to it. It can wait.
Guys, do I sound better now?
Oh God, yes.
Yes. Okay. So far.
Good. I just had to reset I think it was trying to come through my camera. My camera's got a mic on it too, so it was kind of flaky.
I hear it in the background though.
Yeah, I don't know what
a little bit. It's better though.
It's way better.
This is the best I can do.
Oh, and then it starts up again.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did you
I don't know.
unplug? Did you completely unplug it, turn it off, and everything, and then put it back in?
Yeah, the camera's just a USB, so I unplugged it.
He's getting something coming from somewhere. It almost sounds like
weird.
Yeah,
I don't know what
it's
it's
almost
doing.
like a radio interference.
Yeah, he's probably trying to open up a portal.
I was going to say, I've opened up the veil over here.
Yes.
The upside down.
Go in.
Yeah. Guys, I'm gonna take off of this thing, not just for this, but just I gotta help our boy get things done here, and then and get our family and the background ready.
Okay, well, thank you for coming, buddy.
Heck yeah, brother!
Always
I'm not gonna miss it.
Always a pleasure.
Love you, Mitch.
Yeah. I love you too, brother.
Have
love
a good night,
all.
bro.
All right, you guys take it easy, and Carol Ann sorry about the audio.
your wife is like,
I know. She's an audiophile.
I watched her cringing at one point. You were like, oh, yeah. I knew you were texting him too. I could tell you were like,
I'm like, switch your mic.
It was hilarious. I tried not to laugh. I was like, oh, she's.
I'm glad I can't hear it on this.
Stacy would have just walked in and said,
all right, guys, I'm out. You guys have a great one. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
He's getting some bad something coming. It almost seems like he's getting like something, I've seen before. I had something make similar noise, and what it was there was just I forget what the guy said. He said sometimes you get the electricity comes and it gets caught in between the plug that goes right into it. And he said sometimes you just need to unplug it. It'll like release whatever's stuck in there. He said it's just the way he explained it was bouncing back and forth between the plug and the microphone. And he said sometimes all you need to do is just unplug it, let the power go out, turn it out on whatever he had it plugged in, and then it goes away.
Sure.
Of course, I don't know for sure what's going on, but it was definitely got something going on.
No
Ghost in the
kidding.
machine.
So BJ, did you want to? You got to throw in right now. What do you think?
Yeah.
And I got to figure out my new camera because I don't like being so close. It needs to move. But I'm glad. Is this how I should be?
Thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I trust you, babe. So
it's fine.
Your people want to see your face.
You've said that to me many times.
They love you. They want to see you.
You have told me that before. You're correct.
Yes.
Yeah,
Notice I'm a lot closer to the camera than I usually am because I've listened to my sister Carol Ann's advice.
Dude, when she says something to me, I listen too. And she has many times said, Matt, why do you sit so far away from the camera? They want to see you. They're there for you. And I'm like, okay, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. I just didn't know if this was too close.
Nah.
Okay.
No. I just found a new channel. I just discovered a new channel a couple weeks ago. It's a guy with a cowboy hat sitting in his basement telling Dogman stories and camp trail stories. I think he's in northern Minnesota or Canada, something like that. And he's sitting in his basement. He's got the deer head and the bear head on the wall, and the whole man cave thing going on. And he's like sitting in the corner behind his desk, so you can like hardly see him. And I just want to reach out to this guy and say,
so he's got a silhouette shadow on him then.
No.
Oh, okay.
He's just too far away from the camera.
Oh, I got it.
And I just want to reach out to him and say, dude, you are a phenomenal storyteller. You're doing a great job, but get closer. People want to see your face. I don't know.
No,
it's my message to everybody. I don't know.
You're right. And I was, when you brought it, like, Matt, my God, you are sitting far from the camera. Move up, son.
Move
And
up.
yeah. So okay. It like I said, I got a brand new camera that zooms. It came out of the box. It zoomed like this. Whatever that setting is, I'll keep it there.
Yeah, whatever you've got right now is perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
I'm glad it's closer because I don't like showing like the wires on my TV to my last camera. I'd have to like turn it and stuff. I didn't care for the last camera. I'll be honest with you.
Enough of this technical stuff. Make your prediction, Matt. You're killing.
Okay, yeah, and then we got to go to what we're going to talk about. I wanted to mention, I do. You know what? Real quick, did you guys see what and
she's too busy
what BJ said? I don't know.
BJ said that we look better close. By the way,
BJ, what do you think is going to happen now?
She said she had commented.
Oh, that's right. We were talking about your dreams. She commented on the dream stuff.
Yeah, let's see. She said she gave her opinion on what we're doing right now. Hold on, BJ. I'm gonna find it for you, honey.
Find it. Where is it?
We're all looking.
I'm scrolling.
Oh goodness.
I don't see.
I found this.
Chris Connell, you're pretty hilarious. I just wanted to throw that out.
Oh, we got some hilarious people in here. Josie, Debbie. She said, I already said what I thought. Big Blue Bird and the Cabin in the Woods. That's all she's saying. So,
okay. All right.
And like I said, there absolutely is meaning in that.
Okay.
So we'll go
deeper. Bird,
you guys.
You heard it here first.
Okay.
But you, Matt, lay it on. What do you got?
I had a dream. I saw a big blue bird too. So we're going to go deep on that on a video, me and her, and we'll tell you guys about this when we get there. I've talked to BJ actually about this. Just, we are going over like some of the stuff she just mentioned. And, I told her that she said, I'm curious if these UFOs will, let me fix my hat. If these UFOs that have been coming around will, follow me there. And I said, wow, that would be, wild. I agree with you, Carolyn. I think, because we're going to have different cameras and, a lot of times in infrared, you can see things in the sky that you can't see with just regular cameras. So I think we will see something there. I do believe because of the group that we're going to have that, I don't know why I've always just brought weird stuff around me. I just attract stuff and she does too. And I think both of us with you guys, I think they're going to be curious. I think we're either going to see a cryptid, like Taz mentioned, either a Bigfoot or a Dogman from a distance or something tree peaking, or we're just flat out going to catch these things. I really believe something substantial is going to happen. I've had this feeling for a while. And normally when I get these premonitions, I've talked about this many times, I get this feeling and it's just, it's different than like, I have a gut feeling. It's weird. And I've been doing it since I was young. And I have freaked Stacy and my daughter out. They're always like, how do you know that? It just happens. It's weird.
There's a wild card. I gotta give my secret away. I've been watching a lot of Dave's channel.
Oh yeah.
And that guy is a magnet to Bigfoot stuff.
He is really good, man. He knows what he's doing.
Right. I mean,
did you see the Dogman picture he accidentally caught?
Yes. I'm telling you what, that guy is a Bigfoot or Dogman or cryptid wizard. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. I said our group, and I met him too. Like we're all of us. There's this all of us together, and that's why I feel like I pulled us together. This specific group, it just spoke to me. I just was like, man, we got to have these people together. And you were meant to be here, Taz. Everything happens for a reason. I've learned that over the years. You were meant to be here too, and Nathaniel and your wife. We're gonna have something's gonna go down.
Well, take a guy where if he says stop, okay, stand on one leg, stick your finger in your ear, and it'll matter. Do it because talking about, and suddenly something's gonna come out and say hello.
That'll be awesome.
You said he accidentally got a picture of Dogman?
Yes. Yeah.
When?
So
I haven't seen
here's
that.
the story. Yeah, here's the story. He went. So he goes all over the Cuyahoga like Valley, and there's a park, Cuyahoga, I think it's state park or national park, and he catches a lot of stuff there, and that's what I was talking about on your live stream. It's like a diamond in the rough. It really is. There is unbelievable activity around there. People like will openly, like during the day, like neighborhoods will see a dog, like a Bigfoot will like literally walk through their yards and into the Cuyahoga Park. There's a lot of people who have seen it. Dave took off, but I should have brought him on. What is wrong with me? I wish somebody would have said, "Matt, wake up." Jesus, man, I'm sorry, Dave. I wish I would have just realized that. I'm so stupid sometimes. No, I'm actually very intelligent. I just get out there sometimes. I like my wife and BJ will say, she'll laugh. Stacy says, "Matt, I've never met anybody that has more things going on in their mind than you." I'll just be like, she says, "You know what you remind me of?" She says, "You remind me of a dog that's all of a sudden it's giving you attention. Is squirrel." And that's how she explains me. I have multiple things going all the time because I have so many things going on. And it's just like, oh, here, I got to switch there. Oh, wait, I shouldn't be doing that. You guys are here. And oh, wait, Dave's here. I should be inviting him in. That's why I have people like you guys. So I'll make it up to you, Dave. Oh, there he is, Dave. Hey, hold on, brother. I'm going to send you something. Hold on. There he is.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
He's here?
What?
Yes, he is.
Invite him into the... Oh, man.
Oh, there he
I'm
is.
so happy you're
Say hi
here,
to
bro.
Dave!
I'm sending you an invite, brother. Hold on.
I want to say hi to him. He's such a genius, man. I just love getting to know his channel. I really,
He did. My
enjoy
man, and I'll let him talk, man, about the dog, man. I'll let him tell that story.
I really approach it. For those of you, BJ, put up Dave's channel. You're gonna enjoy it. He has such a methodical, logical approach to things, and I really feel like I'm sitting on his shoulder and going on some crazy, awesome adventures. I really enjoy his channel, as I do both of your guys' channels. But they're,
Thank you.
They're all different and awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Unique, special ways.
Dave, I sent you one to your text, and I'm also emailing it to you. I'm so glad he's here. I felt horrible.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, it's epic. I'm so happy he's here. I felt so guilty.
Well, I don't know about you, but I mean, these last few days, I've been so crazy that, I can't think straight about anything other than the work in front of me that I need to do to get it done so we can get on the road. It's like,
yeah. Well, see, I've got, football season. I've got that situation you guys know about that I'm not going to get into, of course. And, and then I have all these, and I'm glad it's starting to roll out. I said, Carolina's going to be proud of me because they're going to, and Anthony, because they're going to start seeing all these things come out. I'm like, yes, they're finally getting out. I'm finally on top of it. Because I'll be like, I'm working on one and I should stick with it. But I'm like, oh, I got to get on that one next. And they're all like not getting out. But they are now.
Don't get off of a video till it's finished. Do one, get it out. Do the next one, get it out.
Yeah, I'm like, I have so many things ready. They're just like so close. I'm like, oh, I should work on that one a little bit now. So no, you're right. But they're coming out, guys. So I keep telling these guys for so long. I'm like, guys, it's coming out. And they're like, yeah, And, it is now. So I'm so happy about it. Where you at, David? Come on, brother.
Maybe you should get yourself a production calendar. Maybe that will help you, because we have one.
Stacey,
I don't have the same issue that you do. I mean, I do one and finish it because that's all I can do. But
I don't always.
Maybe it would help you stay on track.
I don't always have that. This is a rare situation where I have all this like this.
Right.
So it's not always like that. But Stacey actually did. She did just buy me a calendar. So it's ironic you brought that up.
There you go. Great minds think alike.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm laughing at all. Speaking of short attention span. I'm laughing at all these people in the chat. Josie, you're making
Chris
the
Connell.
Guardians of the
Matt,
Galaxy
there's a
joke was
squirrel just over by
hilarious.
Taz. Where?
Squirrel?
Squirrel.
Oh, who's my teams? Matt, Unreal Estate Agent said, Matt, who's my teams? You mean the
We're
sports?
talking about sports teams. Like, what teams do you pull for?
I'm a Steelers fan.
Go Vikes!
Ohio State and Notre Dame. What's up, brother? So the national championship was very stress-free because I'm a Notre Dame and an Ohio State fan.
What's up, guys?
Dave?
How's it going? I've been listening to you. Carol Ann, I listened to like an hour of your show. I got home from work a little late.
I'm so sorry. You should have said, "Hey, Matt." I don't know why it just didn't hit me. I would have been like, "Oh my God, Dave, what the hell?"
I've been editing, so I've been listening to this on my iPhone, and then I've been editing on my computer. So I'm
you got it set up.
Yeah, I finally got it set up, but I didn't have an editing system for almost a week. So
yeah, he lost his computer.
Yeah,
bummer.
Unreal Estate Agent, the Steelers is my NFL team.
Go Vikes. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, they just beat the Browns. Yes. In England.
A lot of unhappy Browns fans. Mm-hmm. It's a normal thing here in Ohio. People
it's hard to be a Browns fans. Yeah.
I'm not I want to say I don't like Steelers fan. I don't say anything to. I always say this about the Browns: if they're not playing us, because it's a huge rivalry, if they're not playing us, I am very, very supportive. I want the Browns. They deserve to have a run in to win. I would be wearing Brown stuff if they went to the Super Bowl. I swear to God, I'd be like, yeah, baby, because they deserve it so bad. Just like the Indians, man. They've been so close so many times. I'll never forget 95. That was sickening.
Don't hold back, Matt. Tell us how you feel.
I'm not a baseball fan, but that year, that was when they had Tomei and all that great team. And then what was it? They played the Marlins, I think, in the World Series. They lost
the Braves.
Oh, was it the Braves? Yeah. Who was what didn't they play the Marlins in one of them?
Yeah, I think they beat the Marlins.
Yeah, no, they lost to the Marlins in the World Series. And I'll never forget that last thing. I think it was the guy hit the ball and it went over the guy had a big thick mustache and he put his head down instead of trying to catch it. And it was like, and then the Marlins left whatever city they were in after that World Series. Like, how embarrassing. Oh, I was sick. I think you heard the whole state of Ohio go, like at one time when that happened. It was sad. And I'm not even a baseball fan. My buddy who I call, I'll just say this and I'll get off of it. His name's Mark Means. He's an awesome legend in Ohio and in sports radio. And he's one of my good friends and partners many times. And he is the ultimate Indians fan, of course, the Guardians now, which I think is ridiculous. But when I remember, what was it? They had that great season a few years ago, and they were had the best record in the MLB. They were cutting a swath through everybody, and then they get into the playoffs, and they're one win away from going to the World Series, and then Baltimore beats them like 4 or 5 times in a row. He came where I was calling a game. It was somebody, and he came because he lived literally across the street from the stadium. He walks up and he sees me, and I knew it was. I felt so bad for him. I was like, I'm sorry, brother. He was so heartbroken. Move on. Dave, they want to know about your Dogman pick. How did that happen, bro?
Yeah, so it's an interesting story. So there's a park not far from where I work, and it's got like probably about 25-30 minute loop, and I was just out there. I remember the date. It was August 1st, 2023. It was a beautiful sunny day, and I was just walking on the loop. And when you get at the far end of it, it kind of feels like you're remote. I mean, there's nothing around. You're in the woods, and I just heard something smashing around in in the trees, probably like about 100, 150 feet from me, and it was really loud. It didn't sound like a deer. I hear deers all the time, and I couldn't tell what it was. So I just all I had with me was my iPhone. So I just held up my phone and started taking pictures. And yeah, I didn't even realize what I got until like a couple months later. So and I'm like, holy crap, you know, it's clear as day that it's there. You zoom in on it, and it's an all black dogman with the pointy ears, and you see the snout and everything. And then I went back to the location in my video, and I try to step down where it was, and then back where it was, it slopes down 4 or 5 feet into like it's a bunch of briars and a creek down there. And when I went back down in there, you could barely see me. I mean, so this thing had to be pretty tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we see the picture?
Yeah, it's on my video.
Yeah, you know what? If you bring it, you can share it, and I can bring it on screen.
Well, can I share a link or?
Sure, you could just send the link, and I'll click it, and I'll bring it up.
Yeah, because I could
put it in
I
the
want
chat.
to see it.
Yeah, it's real. It's a good
It's
man.
in
My
the
man is
video.
good. And again, you know, he sets, you know, digital recorders in the woods. He goes deep in places that nobody is, and he gets all kinds of good stuff, man. He knows what he's doing.
Awesome.
He really does.
I'm telling you, I don't know if you heard me talking, David. I've just really, really, really been enjoying your channel lately.
Taz, I appreciate it, and I'll send you that check after the show. Thank you.
I mean, I haven't missed an episode of Carol Ann's, and I've been binging Matt's over the last couple months.
Oh, thank you.
Catching up on yours too, and I'm just like, wow, this guy's awesome.
He does a great job. He really does. And you know, I've always said this to him. I'm like, first of all, you know, him and I became friends. You know, we met, you know, and it was the Dogman thing that connected. He wanted to interview me. We became very good friends. I mean, he's one of my best friends. And I really, you know, I really care about him and his wife. And you know, I'm happy that we're close first. But you know, then my man knows he knows a lot. He knows what he's doing. And I'm just very lucky that, you know, he's, you know, a pro at what he does. So like, you know, when I was like, bro, man, let's do this. And he's like, hell yeah, let's go. So he's willing, man. He's ready and able.
I love being on location. I love being on site.
I was very bummed. A couple weeks ago, I had to go, where did I have to go? Oh, I'm sorry. I had a live stream, and Josh was on, and I was going to go to, I totally forgot. I like had a live stream. He's like, hey, so we're going to Cuyahoga Valley. I was going to go with him. And then it like just clicked. I'm like, oh my God, Josh is on tonight. I can't come. I was so bummed. I was just like, I wanted to go, and they had activity. In fact, you said you had so much activity. You guys were nervous.
Yeah, I was, there was one point where we had so much stuff going on around us that, I was seriously considering like, okay, if I got to make a break for it, what do I take and what do I leave? So pretty much all my video gear was going with me, and everything else would stay. So yeah, Matt, I just sent you the link. I don't know.
Okay.
So Dave, early predictions, being not held to anything, no consequences if you're wrong or whatever. But we've all been, I don't know if you've been listening while you're editing, we've been making predictions of what we think we're going to see out there. What's your gut tell you?
My gut tells me that we're definitely going to see some UFOs for sure.
That's my guess.
My gut also tells me that we're going to have an experience with a big cryptid in the woods, whether we know what it is. I'm not sure. I think hopefully we'll find some really interesting locals that will be willing to share their interviews with us. And who knows where that road's going to lead.
Yep.
True.
Yeah.
I agree with all of that.
See, he feels the same thing in a way that I do too. Hey, Where did you send that, Dave? To my
Well,
email?
there was a private chat in
Oh,
the
okay, yeah.
EV Mux software.
Yeah, yep. So, guys, I want to mention while I'm doing this real quick, it shows you that I've forgotten about a lot of things today because I have so much going on. I wanted also to mention somebody that I mentioned this camera. I didn't buy this camera. Josie Nebby actually bought the camera for me and the channel, and I wanted to
Josie.
tell her, thank you so much. She supports this channel unequivocally. You see what she just and it's supporting us tonight. And she is one of the most sweetheart, loving human beings on the planet. She's a wonderful mother and wife to her family. And I honestly, I say this, I'm like, I don't deserve you as a supporter, which I am very happy to have you. But thank you in front of everybody. I'm sorry it took so long for me to remember, but I did, and I wanted to just thank you and tell you how much you mean to me and Stacy and to the 412. And I wouldn't be. I'd be making sure I look up at the other camera tonight. So thank you, Josie. You're amazing, and I really, really, really appreciate you. Thank you.
Matt, show us this picture.
Gotcha. Yes, sir.
I'm dying over here.
I know. I just had to. I had to.
As you should, brother. As you should.
All right, Harold, give me a second here. Pause it. Jump back to you guys. And Dave is coming out with a huge documentary this year, guys. That there's going to be some guy that runs this channel. Oops, sorry, that's the wrong one.
No, that's it.
No. I pulled somebody out by accident. All right, give me 1 sec. I'll play it.
Here in Ohio, dogman sightings have been increasing. Today, I'm
Great
going to tell you
picture,
about
too.
3 recent dogman encounters and show you pictures. One of them is my story from this summer. Ohio is a hotbed for cryptid activity. We are investigating cryptids like the Dogman, Grassman, Bigfoot, and other creatures. We are launching a new Facebook group titled Ohio Cryptid Researchers.
And don't pay
where
attention
we will
to
post
that.
our research.
I'm not in that group.
No, he's not.
UFO,
Thank
and
God.
other topics of high strangeness.
Also, don't forget to like and subscribe this channel.
I have
have to
personally
change that,
recorded
bud.
sounds of these creatures in my many investigations. Now I have a photograph. Let's dive into the strange world of cryptid creatures. Most specifically, the Dogman. My story begins on a beautiful day on August 1st, 2023 in Cuyahoga County, which is in northeast Ohio. I was hiking in a local park. The sun was out and the temperature was warm. I had been on the trail for just about 20 minutes. Just then I heard a loud sound of something big banging around in the bushes, not more than 100 feet from me. This did not sound like a deer, as I have heard many of them. This was something different. I could not see what it was, and could only hear it. I had my cell phone with me and turned on the camera and started taking pictures in the direction of the sound. After I took 5 or 6 pictures, I hastily hiked back to my car. Sometime later, I decided to look at the pictures I had taken. When I looked at the first one and zoomed in on it, I was shocked. Looking right at me from the bushes was an all-black canine with pointy ears.
That's the picture.
Wow.
I've been back to that exact spot where I took the picture. I was shocked.
That's crazy.
Wow.
And if you see the snout on that thing, that's not a bear. I mean, bears
No.
aren't like that.
Yeah, I wanted to stop it there so you guys could all get a good look at that. I mean, dude, you just killed it by accident. That's awesome.
The accidental picture. Yeah, and I mean, the original is a little more clear than that. That's zoomed in a lot, obviously, as you can tell.
Right,
So,
right.
and I have an old iPhone from 2020, so yeah.
I mean, it looks like a big dog. It really does.
Yeah, it does. Yep.
Very different from what I saw, but I've talked about this many times. There are, without a doubt, from all of the different sightings, many different kinds. And I always liken it to real dogs. You have every kind of breed; they all look different. I really believe that there is much variety to these animals.
Yeah.
But if you play it a little more, you'll see where I actually walked down
Looking
in where it
right
was
at me
standing.
from the bushes was an all-black canine with pointy ears.
Great catch, brother.
I've been back to that exact spot where I took the picture. The area where the dogman was is in a briar patch. The ground slopes down at least 4 to 5 feet back there, so
Look at
this
me down
creature
there,
had to
man.
be pretty tall.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
And when I researched the
So
moon
that thing had
phase
to
for
be at
August
least 8 or
1st,
9 feet.
it was a full moon
Yeah.
at 100%.
Yeah, so the interesting thing, it was a full moon
The next
that day.
encounter takes us to Hocking County
So-
on
Which
May
is
19th,
very
2023,
interesting.
in southeastern Ohio.
Huh.
My good friend and fellow researcher, Rich McCandlish, was
Yeah, you can stop it there. Thanks.
So, Rich, Dave and I actually talked, when he was, when
We're
he
up.
interviewed me for his documentary, he brought up that, you can look up the phases of the moon. He said, I'm just curious, Matt, what happened and where they were when you guys had your experience, and I knew basically exactly where we were. It was between June 6th and 8th or 9th, right in that week. And we looked it up, and it just so happened that they were full moons all through that area. And then like one of it was like a 3/4 moon on the Saturday, but we weren't there on a Saturday. So, you can say that, that stuff is silly and stuff in movies, but you know what? There's always truth in mythology. And there's proof right there for you.
There you go.
It's not just mythology either. They found that the full moon affects regular animals too.
And people.
So
And people, yeah.
And that's
yeah.
So I don't think it's pure conjecture on my part. I think there's some type of relation between the two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I agree. 100%.
Okay, really quick. I will be back, but Matt, do you want to take me off the stage for a couple minutes? I got a little boy that I got to.
Absolutely.
Give our love to the junior in between.
Tell them everybody here, all 62, and then the rest of the 65 people here said good night. All right. So, Taz, you remember when we were going about saying, what our Dave gave his opinion on what was going to happen. Remember, I said, "Oh, I want to talk about that after." What was that?
Well, you were talking, about where the locals were going to take us, like where because Dave mentioned 3 things. He said, UFOs, some sort of cryptids, whether we can identify it or not, and then finding out interesting stories of where the locals will take us. I don't know where you were going to go with that, but that was the 3 things he'd mentioned, which I totally agree with.
I'm sorry, what do you agree with?
That those are the Dave's predictions.
Oh, 100%. It's very similar to what I said as well. I always believe that there's, a lot that happens, with the people that are there too. I think some people, for whatever reason, they go out and they do their Bigfoot or dogman hunting, and they push them away. They don't go towards these people. And then you have people that just they attract this kind of stuff, and that I've had this stuff attracting to me my whole life. Now, obviously, I've only had that one dogman experience, but I've had weird stuff happen to me all the time. You got BJ, and Dave. You have just stuff happen all the time. I just think all of us, I think you guys have. You had the Chupacabra, for God's sake. Did you know about that, Dave?
No,
you got to tell him, Taz, what happened.
Yeah, well, I had 2 different Chupacabra experiences. So in the early years, I lived in New Mexico, and one happened right outside of Gallup, New Mexico, And now I'm going to go through the records and see what I can find out about was it a full moon or not after this conversation. But my dad and I was working with my dad. He was a subcontractor, and he was doing work on a new hospital that was going up, but it was pretty empty. And it was the end of the day, and it was dusk, pretty much almost dark. And we were walking out to the truck, and I looked out, and sure enough, there was what I can only describe as a chupacabra, a slender dogman esque, spikes on the back, two red eyes, dark, ominous figure. And I asked my dad, I said, "Hey, you see that?" And I was just a kid. I was 16. And he said, "Yep." I said, "What do you do?" He said, "Just keep walking and get in the truck. Don't even look at it. Just get in the truck." So we get in. He tears out of the empty parking lot, and it chases us for a good long little bit and keeps up with us. And he had his foot on the bottom, pushed to the bottom of the floorboards, and it kept up with us about 60, 65 miles an hour. And I said, "Still there?" And he's like, "Yep." And then finally it gave up the ghost, gave up chasing us. And then another time, years later, gosh, I guess at this point I had to be 23, and I was in middle central, north central New Mexico again, north of Santa Fe, and we had just I don't know if you've ever heard of Zozobra. It's where they burn the Old Man Gloom Festival every year
Oh, okay.
in New Mexico. Well, me and a bunch of college students went to that, and because I didn't go to college right away, and so after that, we decided to go up to the Diablo Canyon. You can look this up, north of Santa Fe, about an hour. And it's this really cool canyon because the sides of the canyon are really, really high, and it's again that white rock limestone place kind of a vibe. And then there wasn't very much night pollution, so it was like a strip of stars. So it was real tall walls that were kind of white, and then this super bright strip of stars. So we, being college kids, we kind of crawl down into the canyon, and we're looking up and checking out the stars. And then across the canyon on the other way, there were two sets of red eyes. And they're like, "What is that?" And there were six of us, and they're like, "We want no part of that, whatever that is." And we just basically start running to our vehicle, ironically, another truck, and four of us get in the back, and two of us jump in the vehicle, and these two creatures just kind of came down through that valley like lightning. We saw them way off in the distance. We get in the truck and slam our way out of there, and we're all scared to death. And the funny thing is if one of the locals, even though I had that experience when I was 16, one of the locals didn't say instantly, "We're running right now." They would have caught us. They absolutely would have caught us. And they were absolutely coming to get us. And, we just booked it out of there in both times. It was weird that the two experiences were very similar. But they were, and it was scary. And I didn't get as close a look as the two coming through the valley, so I didn't stop to look. I was just like, "Go, go, 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 go," and jumping in the truck and go, 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 go. And so I don't know how long
That's
they kept up
scary,
with
man.
us, but we hit the dirt road and got out of there as fast as we could.
I've never heard of a chupacabra like so aggressive or chasing cars and stuff. That's really interesting.
And I love the fact that you hear, because you hear so many people saying that these dogs with mange are chupacabra. They're not.
No.
And I love that he saw the one that has the spine sticking out of its back, and that's what you hear from people in South America and stuff, the way that those things look. Not these mangy dogs, which is sad that they're going through that, but they're not a chupacabra. That's really awesome, man. That's a horrifying and awesome story, man. Because that gives a lot of credence to what's really going on and what those things look like.
Well, and at the end of the day, I've been all over the country. I've been all over the world, and to tell you, I have met so many people who I'm convinced that they're convinced. "Oh yeah, I saw Bigfoot this time. I saw this. I saw that." A lot of ghost stories, a lot of UFO stories. And I mean, there was a time in my life where I was a professional newspaper reporter. I was a winning newspaper reporter before I got into producing and directing in film and television. And back then, you know how it is. You can tell when somebody's lying. And I believe that so many people would tell me these stories, and I would stake a week's wages that these people were telling me what they believed to be the truth. Just everywhere. Just everywhere. So, yeah.
That's wild.
You know, there's a place in Iowa in the northwest corner called Spirit Lake, Iowa. And it's called Spirit Lake, Iowa for a reason. They see Native American spirits there all the time. I mean, it's like, hey, did you know how, like, if you live in, you say, oh, hey, have you seen any deer lately? Or, oh, I saw a skunk, or, oh, I saw a possum cross the road. That's how common they're telling stories out there around Spirit Lake about these Native Americans, ghosts. I don't know. And again, is it a burial ground thing? I haven't really dug that deep into it, but I'm here to tell you, they talk about it the way other people talk about seeing the random deer, just all the time. Oh yeah, I saw this Indian. Oh yeah, I saw this one. Oh well, this one's there. Oh, I think that one's that's.
Hey, there's Caroline.
Man, that's just craziness. It's just everywhere.
She's back, milady.
Thank you. I just told my son that 65 people wished him good night, and he said, "I am loved."
That's awesome.
He's very proud of that.
Oh,
so thank you all.
How old is he now, Caroline?
He just turned 12.
Wow. See, it goes fast, man.
Oh my gosh. It's crazy.
Mira, 17. I can't take it, man. It's killing me.
I got a couple of years before I have to worry about that leaving the
You know what, though? You say it's just going to be like, pow, and you're going to be like,
I know.
No. Stacy's she's like beside herself.
I can imagine.
Yeah. It goes fast. Carol actually had been asking me some questions in the chat. She said, Matt, do you remember how many times the train, blew its whistle the night that you had your Dogman attack? And I do. I will always remember, as long as I live, it did it 3 times, 3 long ones. And she said, I thought that's what you said. Trains only blow their whistles more than twice in emergencies only. I never knew that. So that makes perfect sense. If he blew it 3 times. Again, I will never know what that man saw, if it was the fire because it was a big fire we had in there, or if he saw that thing. And it was very possible, he would have been sitting in that seat or standing, he would have saw the fire, so he would have noticed to look that way. And then when he looked, he would have looked in. He would have got a perfect view of that place, like it was a big screen TV, and he would have 100%. I don't see how he could not have seen that thing running up. It was gigantic, so he had to have seen that thing. Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it didn't seem like it was flying. It was going at a normal pace. It's like cha-chung, cha-chung, cha-chung. But that's why it got so lonely when he didn't stop. But yeah, man. So good question, Carol. Yeah, I'll always remember that, man. 3 long ones.
Wow.
I never knew that meant emergency. It's wild. I wish I would have known. That was something I've always wondered, was it the fire or did you see it? If he saw it, man, that man definitely had some memories. That's for sure. He probably thought I was watching some kids get murdered. What a night. Whew. So, everybody,
I cannot wait to hang out with you people.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. I'm stoked, man. I'm so excited about this weekend, and me and BJ are gonna be. She's gonna come to my house real early in the morning. She's gonna ride with me. And
what time? I mean, I know this is real logistical, but what time? I mean, we got the thing at 2:00, right? So
right.
What time are you guys plan on being there?
I plan on getting there around probably noon.
Noonish.
Yeah, that's
That's
good.
what we were thinking.
And
And
that way, we could, if we whatever we need to deal with beforehand, we have plenty of time.
Mm-hmm.
and that morning when we're launching, you guys are an hour ahead, so that's even that much more early for us.
Right. So very unenjoyable.
Oh,
Right, for
I
all of
forgot
us.
about that.
Yeah, I said that just for you, Carol Ann.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm not. Trust me, I'm not a fan of. I told you, I'm not a fan of long rides or anything, and I don't. I'm not. It is what it is. Oh, Zero Fox, thank you very much.
Aw.
Awesome.
You guys
Thank
are
you.
awesome. Again, we're gonna really, and that's gonna come in handy. I will divvy that up. Carol Ann, whatever she got from her people, we'll split it up, and everybody will get an even cut. It's too damn bad that man, that just rubs me the wrong way. That like people are giving, like they're being, hey, we want to help, and YouTube's like, yeah, I'll take some of that, thank
We'll
you.
just take a little off the top.
Yeah.
That's what the mob does.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, for sure. Oh well, it is what it is. Thank you guys. We so appreciate it, and we would rather have you do that and they take 30% than you not do it at all. So
yes.
Let's see. Chris Connell said werewolves probably a myth based on Dogman. Okay, I agree in your conversation there, Chris. But I did. I've heard some stuff recently that I don't know. I tend to think the traditional, and I could be completely wrong. Like all of them could be completely real. There's so much that has been talked about from the werewolf situation, that somebody getting affected by some, what if it's a supernatural, creature like what I saw, and it who knows if it would have bit me or cut me before it left. Maybe I would be turning into something at night. You never know. But, there's so many, instances that people point to that in history. So, like, I can't completely just say no. I mean, there's absolutely room for it to be, anything's possible after what I saw. I tend to think the majority of what is seen are dogmen, and I think that's what's been seen the majority of the time. But I also point to, you got to point to skinwalkers, because those are people turning into animals, obviously different ones, but it seems like, and Josie, you can check in with this. Like it seems like the ones that they choose, the majority of that we all hear about is, like a wolf or coyote, slash human kind of hybrid. I don't know. She said some are born that way. So there you go. That's what I mean. I tend to roll towards most are probably naturally. They're that way. That's the way they are. I don't know, man. It's really wild to think about it. I don't know. Carol said, I think dogmen are werewolves that lost the ability to turn back to human. I've said that before myself, Carol. It's ironic you say that. I'm glad you mentioned that. I forgot. I talked with somebody about that one day. I said, well, yeah, what if it was, somebody had got, bit by one, and they, they start turning, and that's just the act of getting, sick from it, and it's their body starting to, turn permanently. I'm gonna tell you what, like I said before, man, you guys got to check out me and Stacy's date night movie review of Wolfman. That is some real stuff right there. You guys got to watch that movie. That is for real. Man, one of the most graphic movies I've seen in a long time. I pointed it to The Fly with Jeff Goldblum, which was probably the sickest movie I've ever seen in my life. This one is darn close, boy. It was wild, man. You want to see some reactions? Stacy's reactions are gold. They're on there. Oh, thank you, Ryan Osiris. Thank you, sir. Very generous.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Oh my God. If you guys
Awesome.
haven't seen the date night video, you'll get it tomorrow if you don't have a membership.
So Matt, can I propose a really bad bad movie? Do you have to have like, first of all, what are the requirements on a movie?
It has to be obviously, you know, cryptid monster.
Does zombie
horror.
count?
Of course.
Okay, so there's a horrifically bad, spectacularly terrible movie.
Is it the Italian one?
No, it's all American. It's called Chopper Chicks in Zombie Town.
Is that a trauma movie?
I'm in that
from the
what?
from the 80s?
Are you serious?
I'm a zombie in that movie.
This is going down.
Wait.
For sure.
Is it from the 80s?
Yes.
Was it from Trauma?
I don't know.
Trauma films?
Oh my, that's all
it might have been. I don't honestly, I don't remember, but I'm a zombie in that movie, and I'll tell you guys a really funny story about it. So it was so low budget, and I was willing to do whatever I had to do to get on set. So if you watch it close, now again, I look much younger then, but if you watch it close enough, you will see that the zombies, it was a pack of zombies, and they kept using us over and over and over again, and they just changed the clothes. And so, like, I get to die like 4 times in that movie. But all the zombies get to die like 4 times in that movie.
Because you didn't have too many to work with.
Because we didn't have so many to work with. And there was
Right.
like, a bus takes a bunch of us out, and all these different things happen.
Good night, El Martino.
At one point, so one of the leads, and good gosh, it's late, and I don't remember her name because it was a very long time ago. She was actually in the movie version of A Chorus Line, and she had a really great voice, and they were desperate to get her in the movie, and so they agreed that she said, "I'll be in your movie, but you got to let me sing a song." So halfway through the movie, it just busts out into a show tune. She's one of the Chopper Chicks. And I mean, and this was before Billy Bob Thornton was anybody. It was long before Tombstone, and that's where he got his stuff, all this sort of stuff. But yeah, it's really bad, and it's gross and brain eating and disgusting, and it's so bad that it's got a serious pop cult following.
Well, as I mentioned, there will be a mixture. It's going to be date night, and it's going to be when it's just me and Stace. And I threw, just to let everybody know, to show you, like who always pops on my head first when I want to like do something with somebody. I said to Carol Ann and Mr. In Between, I'd love you guys to, and Stacy was like, double date night. She jumped on. So we want them to come do double date night with us. But when it's not Stacy, because I can guarantee you she'll want to see you, but not the rest.
Right.
That will be Planet 412 Drive-In. So I will have guests who will come and they will join me for the drive-in. And oh man, I absolutely will be reviewing that one. And if you would like to come review it with me, yeah,
you should.
You gotta get.
Oh, there I am.
You gotta get someone else's viewing. Oh my God, there's Taz. You gotta get that. He needs to have that happen to him for sure. Yeah, I'll have to think. Who wants to come see that with me?
It was Chopper Chicks in Zombie Town, right?
Chopper Chicks in Zombie Town.
I swear, if like way back in the 80s, there was a video store called Tidal Wave. I think they had music too, but they had videos you could rent. They had a section all by itself called Bad Cinema. I mean, you had your drama, you had your adventure, you had your romance. This was Bad Cinema. And that's where that was my favorite section. And there was a production company called Trauma.
That's who made the
Toxic Avenger.
Yes.
And I think they also did Oh, not Killer Tomatoes. They did a couple of them. Surf Nazis Must Die.
Yes,
That's the
I
other one
saw
I
it.
remember from them.
I do
And I
remember that
think
too.
they did Chopper Chicks in Zombie Town. I think they did. They were my favorite because they were that bad. They were just awesome.
You know, they have a new Toxic Avenger out. I saw a trailer. It actually looks pretty
Seriously?
good. Yeah.
Really?
I mean, yeah, and it looks decent though, actually. It looks like they're keeping true to it. You know who plays him? He's actually like a really good actor. It's the small guy that was in he's in Game of Thrones. What's his name? He's a super popular actor. He's a little guy. He's famous as hell. He's in all kinds of
Yeah, what's his name? Oh, I can't think.
Hold on, I'll get him.
I just, in my head right now, all I can see is him running across the table in Elf.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
Yeah, he did a great
Tyrion Lannister.
Yeah. No,
Anthony says Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage. Yeah.
Oh wait, that was his name in Game of Thrones. Sorry.
Yes.
Yes.
If you
Peter
like
Dinklage.
If you like his work,
Thanks, Mr. In-Between.
No, I'm sorry. No. God. Oh, yes. He's right. Because I kept looking at pictures of him. It keeps saying Tyrion Lannister. No, it's Peter Dinklage. Yes.
Yeah. Check out his movie. It's just called Cyrano. And it's based on the story of Cyrano de Bergerac.
Okay.
But instead of it being a big nose, he's a little person. And it's actually really, really, really good. Highly recommend it.
Interesting.
I think it's
Well, how is he playing the Toxic Avenger? The Toxic Avenger is like huge.
He's not in this one.
Weird.
Crazy. That's gonna be weird.
I can play the trailer if you'd like.
Yeah, like the whole movie.
Why not? Yeah, but we're gonna shut it down soon, so we'll kind of close out with this. How about that?
It looks like Copper Chicks in Zombie Town is actually the whole thing's on YouTube. I just looked it up.
Is it?
Oh man, that is definitely getting reviewed.
Nice. Well, and I don't know if he's told you this, but because he doesn't tell very many people, but he was also an extra in Red Dawn. Right?
I'm sorry.
The original Red Dawn movie.
I'm pausing it.
I remember that because I saw you in it.
Yeah.
After you pointed yourself out, but still.
You can tell it's me once you see it.
I can't wait. Oh, it's on.
Man, I would be an extra. I would have a line. I would do whatever it took to put food on the table.
And then look what you did. You became an Emmy award-winning producer.
Director, but that's another story.
Well, sorry. Okay. Director, I apologize.
Oh, my friends. Okay.
All right.
And so we're ending the show with this?
Yes, we are, because it's getting late. So,
David, thank you for joining us. I always enjoy spending time with you.
I'm sorry.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Hey,
Girl.
next time we're on, be like, hey, Matt, I'm here, bro. Remember? I just forget, dude. I get, like I said, squirrel, man. Squirrel. Just remember, Matt, wake up, dude. I'm here.
Yeah, cool.
You are. I'm so glad you said something. I was bummed. I'm like, my dude, man, I can't believe I forgot my man. You look tired, brother. He's like, man, I'm just working on this damn computer. I'm sick and tired of it.
Yeah. All right.
I feel you, brother.
Show us this preview.
Armed political extremists have taken hostages downtown.
Somebody do something!
Wait! Stop! We'll get to all of that. Just relax, okay?
That's his voice. Sure. Yeah.
We'd lost Shelly a year ago. These days, it's just me and the kid.
Looks great.
I'll just scrape off the black part. That part's pretty good.
No, give him back.
I don't want to hurt him.
Why didn't she do anything?
Sometimes it's better to do nothing. It's going good.
You're saying that this corporation would knowingly poison its own customers just to boost their own profit margins?
Summon the nuts.
Okay, summoning the nuts.
I didn't want any of this. I'm a monster.
You're not a monster. Show him your good heart.
Hey, buddy, I'm your dad. What the? I wasn't even involved. But sometimes, you gotta do something.
Always unbelievably brutal.
Just some dude with a mom!
That's awesome.
How does it feel to be a hero?
A simple melody. Do you realize what's at stake here?
Everything!
Oh, Kevin
Tim,
Bacon.
bring him here. There you are.
That was just self-defense. You haven't killed anyone else, have you?
See, when you say, self-defense,
He's an ugly son of a bitch, though. That's all that matters to me.
Oh,
Toxic
there it was,
Avenger.
trauma.
That's what the kids are calling him. I think it's swell.
That looks good, actually. I'll watch that.
All right, not bad.
Yeah,
Not bad.
that out.
That looks awesome, man.
It really does. I think it looks great. I'm so
All right.
stoked. Hold on.
Maybe I'm not quite so upset that they're redoing this movie.
Yeah, it looks good for sure.
Okay.
You know, Peter Dinklage
guys,
reminds me of
ahead.
Danny DeVito in that he's smart enough not to take himself too seriously.
Yeah.
He's a good like he's like a a real like trained actor. Like he's got all kinds of awards and
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you,
he's good.
I
Yeah.
like him. I like him a lot.
if you want to watch a real romantic date night without any gore, watch Cyrano with him.
Okay.
Great film.
Well, everybody, first and foremost, Taz, thank you for co-hosting. It's always a pleasure, my friend.
My honor.
Lan, as always, it's always an honor. And
Thank
Dave,
you.
brother, man, I should have woke up. I wish I would have sooner. And I would have had you on here right away, bro. Just if I ever do that again, just wake up, man. I'm here, bro.
It's all good.
Mark my words. I won't ever do that again. That won't ever happen again.
I was doing stuff. It was all good, man.
All right. Well, I love all of you guys. I can't wait for this weekend. Carol Ann, please, you guys, whenever you guys leave, it's a secret, of course. Be safe, and we will all obviously stay in touch. Everybody here that has been here and stuck around tonight, we can't thank you enough. Everybody that donated, we greatly appreciate it. And guys, if you didn't donate, don't worry about it. You don't have. We just are glad you're here. You're all a part of the fams. So thank you guys. It is going to be a awesome weekend. I wanted to say this too, real quick. I want to this weekend. I'm bringing my stuff. You said, Caroline, make sure you just bring your stuff. I'm planning on doing, if not anything but like a 20-minute live stream and just to say hi to everybody. Say, hey guys, look, we're down here. We just want to say hi. I just think it would be, good to say hi to them real quick. I'll have all my equipment. Just,
Sure.
Hi, we're here, guys. We're getting into it. Okay, we got to go. See you later. So
Right.
we'll jump on and say hi real quick. If not, everybody, if they don't, if they're busy, we'll definitely have everybody if we can. But somebody will definitely come on, and me for sure, because I know how to run the equipment. So hopefully I'll get everybody. Trust me, I'll pull them all in. So thank you everybody for coming. And thank you everybody for coming in the chat. And thank you for all that you do. Have a good night, everybody. We will see you all later. And I will one by one remove them all. Goodbye, everybody.
There are things in this world that we cannot understand, things we thought were myth, mysteries that defy reality, and even darker conspiracies. What Lurks Beneath will take you deep into real cases and accounts of the strange and supernatural that will leave you wondering the truth about what's truly around us. You won't want to miss this one.
In today's world, video isn't optional, it's essential. At Full Res Films, we bring your story to life with cinematic quality and creative vision. From corporate videos that inspire, to powerful testimonials that build trust, to breathtaking drone footage that elevates your brand. Whether it's live events, training videos, music videos, or documentaries, our team captures every moment. Don't settle for ordinary, choose Full Res Films, and let's create something amazing together. FullResFilms.com, 216-201-9649.
Planet 412 is your channel through the veil, where cryptids walk, UFOs soar, and the paranormal whispers in the dark. From chilling storytelling, eerie narrations, and on-location investigations, to live streams, exclusive interviews, and shocking reviews of the bizarre, Planet 412 is your front row seat to the supernatural. Subscribe now, Planet 412 on YouTube. Do you believe?